So for this video I'm going to go through this question that's been posted on your Google Classroom. So it's telling you to make a 2 points perspective of the various objects using the information given. So basically this one here. The picture plane is a pass through corner A. So you can see there corner A in our plan, the picture plane is going to be there. We're told the spectator is 75 mil away at 60 degrees. And below that you can see the distance from the ground line to the horizon line is going to be 70 mil. So start this question off. I'm going to draw in my plan and I'm going to keep it near the top of my page and roughly about a third of the way across. So keep it nice and high near the top there and have it roughly positioned around here. So for the plan, it is going to be 60 mil in depth there, and then from the elevation I can see that the steps are going at 30, 30 and 30 just like that there. And go over them heavy as well. That's our plan, and it is touching off corner A there. So for the spectator, the first thing we're going to find is that it is at 60-degree angle away, and the distance is 75 millimeters. That's where our spectator is. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our picture plane. So we're told it's touching corner A. First thing I'm going to do is join from my spectator the furthest point I can see off to the left and the furthest point I can see off to the right, like that there. And then what we're going to do is bisect the angle that's left in between. So any distance on our compass, and then swing an arc from both sides where the initial arc would have been swung to, so from there and there to give us that point there. And we join it. S. What we want to do then is we want to go perpendicular to that line. So you can either use your adjusted set square or you can use your sliding set square. And from corner A, I want to draw a light line to represent our picture plane. And make sure that it extends enough each side. After that then, from our spectator, we're going to go out parallel to our edges here and here, and where they hit the picture plane, that is going to give us the position of our vanishing points. Remember, that is our picture plane there. Now from here, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to adjust the page then so that I can have my T-square parallel with my picture plane. So now I have my page set up. I'm going to start taking my excuse me, my vanishing points down. So my vanishing points are going to go down from there and there. And for my ground line, I'm going to set that to be like a distance down around, you can see it there roughly. So it can be any distance away once they're parallel with each other. That's my ground line. I'm told by horizon line, it is 70 mil above. There's my horizon line, and most importantly there's my VP1 and my VP2. So that's my question all set up there now. So what I want to do next is start drawing out the actual steps. So remember, the only place I can get true heights is from my corner A. So everything has to be joined back to there. For example, the height of this, the height of this, the height of this, they're not touching corner A, so I'm going to have to take them back to it in order to get the true height. So, as always, everything goes back to the spectator. Corner A is already touching the spectator, so therefore I can take corner A straight down, and I can see it disappears off to the right and it disappears off to the left. So it goes off to vanishing point 1 and it goes off to vanishing point 2. Now what I'm going to do is focus on getting the side profile here of the step, so the way it go up, across, up, across, up and across. So this corner here, the very back corner, it's very joining back to S when I got the 2 widest angles I could see out each side. It hits the picture plane there. That goes down. And it hits that point there. So I have this edge. The first step in the question, you're told in the elevation is 15 mil tall. Corner A touches the picture plane, so therefore I can take a true height of 15 there. That goes back to the vanishing point 1 to the left. It also goes off to the right as well. Next thing then I'm going to get is just to complete the bottom step. This corner here joins back to the picture plane, or sorry, the spectator, and touches the picture plane there. Take that down. Now I have the height of my first step. Got there. As you can see, that point there is that point there. It goes off the vanishing point on the right, or on the left. So I can join that back. So I know somewhere along there it's going to stop. For the next step then, it starts here. Join that back to the spectator, where it hits. Take it down. And that gives me that distance there, which is this distance. Now that point is going to go up another 15. Now we know that point is not touching the picture plane. So what I need to do is, I need to take it back to touch the picture plane, and I can take my true height, which is going to be 30, so 15 and 15 there. And where I join it back to my vanishing point, because it disappears off there, I now have the height of that step. There. That line goes back, that vanishing point to the right, so I can join that back there. And now I have that hard step. That's going straight up. It's that point there. I didn't need to take it back because I already know where they join and meet. It's going to give me it, but just to show it, if I took that back there, that back there, you can see they're on the same line. Next thing I have is this line going back here. That now gives me that part of the step. So that point joins back there. This point, which is there, that also goes back. So I can now take that back there. Next step I want to get is this point here for where it goes up again. So I'm going to take that point back to my spectator. I'm going to take it down. And now I have this point. So I know how far back that step goes. I know it goes back to that vanishing point. I can join that back. And now the last thing I need to get, or not the last thing, one of the last things I need to do is now get the height for the next step, which is also 15. Once again, that point and that point are not touching the picture plane. So I need to take them back and down, and then I can measure my third 15 going up here. So that gives me 15, 30, 45. Join it back, and I follow it back, and that gives me the height of my last step. That goes back, you can see there, off this direction. That gives me that point there. And then there and there, they're both going off to the left. So I join that back to BP1. I already have that one. And this point here, follow it back, follow it down. I now have this one. And then I can join that point back to there. And that completes that set of steps in perspective. So hopefully that video helps you solving that question there.